How's it going, Spaceport's Fethlane here, and we are revisiting another tasty game today. This is the full release of Eversiege Untold Ages, which is coming out on March 26th, 2026. So if you're seeing this right now, that means the game is out, and man, we have a lot to cover today when it comes to Eversiege. If you guys watched my coverage of the demo, you will know that I greatly enjoyed it for being a very accessible action strategy roguelike, taking inspiration from MOBA games, custom maps on Warcraft 3, things like that, where you are a hero that is fighting back relentless waves of enemy mobs to defeat their boss, the Unraveler, in under 7 days. So today I'm going to take you through a slightly higher difficulty in the game. The demo only had difficulty 0 available, very basic stuff. I've cleared up to difficulty 3, so difficulty 4 is accessible to me. Today we're going to be playing on difficulty +2, and I'm going to be showcasing RICSWAZA'S Vampire Legion, which I just unlocked with my buddy RICSWAZA earlier today. So I'm going to have this intro here. I'm going to go over a few new things in the hub. If you just want to get to the gameplay, I'm going to have chapters for you in the description, along with some tasty links for the spaceport and to the store page of Eversiege. So without any further ado, let's dive right in here. And the first and most notable thing that I want to cover is the difficulties themselves. The further you go in the difficulty selector, the more and more stuff that gets piled onto you, the more things that get unlocked, new enemies, new mechanics that will make things more difficult for you, new elemental hazards that will pop up, and along the way you're unlocking all of these things all the way to ages -20 or difficulty +20, where the enemies are 160% stronger. There's all kinds of nonsense happening, and you can have up to 19 negative effects applied to you to make things more difficult. And over here we have our meta progression unlocks. I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but I have taken the time to unlock at least the basic level of every single one of these so that I can properly showcase them tonight for you. The main thing to keep in mind with the meta progression is I feel it's very well implemented and everything has a specific purpose. So we're about to hop in. I am using Thalos, the rogue assassin war gear. This is a stealthy character, high DPS, very squishy, by far my favorite character I've unlocked so far in Eversiege. I have 2 left, as you can see here, that I haven't quite gotten to yet. And for our distortion, if I die and have to resurrect using my base's HP, it's going to do more damage to my base. So let's hop on in here. I went ahead and got set up for this run. I've finished picking out my essence. I'm using Shadow Essence and Nature Essence, Healing, and Stealth. I'm actually going to swap this out with the Nightmare Vortex skill here. So both of our things are running off of the same Arcane Amplifier, which boosts the effectiveness of your skills. I'm going to use not this. I'm actually going to pull this to get a few more soldiers in our waves, and let's get into the game. All right, so I hope you guys have been doing well. It's been a minute. I'm glad to be back in the spaceport broadcasting once more to you on the internet. Now, there are some significant changes that have taken place with Eversiege, guys. There are quite a few things that I am going to be pointing out in this video. The first notable thing that we're going to see is probably the gameplay. It's sped up a little bit. The devs have put in quite a bit of work to make the gameplay a little bit more snappy, which was something that I had complained about mildly in my demo coverage, was that there are times in the game's demo that felt like I was just kind of running around without a whole lot to do. Well, that's no longer the case. In my first video, I think I took almost 2 hours. It was like an hour and a half and some change to finish a run. Now, my runs are done roughly 40 minutes or so, I think is generally what it takes when I'm not talking and recording. So the gameplay has been sped up quite a bit, and that may just be me being better at the game, but it is noticeably more responsive. Feels a lot better to fight things in general in this game, so I'm really, really happy that the devs took that to heart. Okay, let me not die immediately. This enemy has like this bear trap that it's attacking me with. There we go. I went ahead and took him out. Didn't die there. Great. Great. But it is snappier, it feels better, it feels faster, and I'm just going to kind of be blowing through our upgrades here. If you're interested in seeing a little bit more about how all that works, you can check out my other video, but there's going to be a lot for me to do in the short amount of time that I'm going to have in this video for you guys, so I want to make sure that you understand all the changes, all the great new things that are happening in this game. One thing I really do enjoy about Eversiege, as I mentioned previously, is that it is very co-op and PvE focused. It is not a very PvP game. Actually, there's no PvP functionality in it at all. And that promotes working together with your friends. And I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that later in the video. We're going to get set up here, get our first few waves going in the game, so that I can have a little bit of breathing room, because Eversiege's full release gets can get a little crazy. Get a little crazy pretty quick, so we want to make sure that we're doing as well as we can. I'm going to get a little HP buff. As you can see down here, I am a little bit squishy. This is very much more squishy than some of the other character archetypes, and this is a new mechanic that I just unlocked before this video. This is an edict. The edicts affect major widespread changes to the way that your gameplay works. So gain 200 gold every day as long as the Bastion has its full HP, or each rally, Dracilian, and creature layer can generate one additional group of units. I'm going to do that because I want to dig into the creature layers. I think that's going to be good. Let me unlock. I've got my Warlord Concoction and my Elixir of Vitality. Those are my two favorite potions, a heal potion and a potion that focuses... Uh-oh, are there enemies down here? Yeah, we need to go deal with these guys. They're going to be attacking our Bastion before long. Oh my god. Oh my god, I failed in my duty already. Come on, please spawn some enemies. Oh no, this is no good. This is no good. I'm starting off very poorly, guys. I'm so sorry, this is embarrassing. Day 1 and I'm getting got? Okay, well, that's taken care of. I need to go ahead and invest in some, in some soldiers to defend my city, and I also need to go invest in my actual towers so that we can have a barrier. Yeah, so these ding-dongs don't immediately just run to our base. No wonder. I was yapping and clearing things out earlier. I thought our soldiers would be able to hold back the first wave, but I was wrong. So let's go fix that really quickly. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, that's going to help us a lot right off the rip. I want to make sure that our path is clear for our gold miners as well, so they can effectively get our money to and from our base. And here's another easily reachable crystal here that I can pull for a boost. All right, good deal. Another level up as well. Yeah, let's do that. I don't plan to die, so the other one won't be very useful to me. I'm just going to be so good at this game, not going to die at all. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not a single death will be taken. Okay. Good deal. So we've got these blood wolves over here. Night beasts, rather. Excuse me. They're night beasts, not blood wolves. Clear those guys out. And what I've taken to doing recently is pulling up our gold mines first and really investing some time and money into maxing out our income, so that way everything gets a little bit easier down the line. There we go. All right, cleared out that mob. Let's do auto attack range. Now, the special ability of the assassin is going invisible. I don't really tend to use that because I do have an ability that makes me invisible while I'm walking that can be upgraded later to make me invisible also while running. So it's pretty helpful. I don't have to use my active ability too much, but it's nice to have it there. This guy specializes in a lot of burst damage, so that's kind of the main thing that I focus on. It's just getting my burst damage up and not being bad at the game. Because if you're good at the game, then you don't have to worry about any of that to begin with, right? Just don't get hit. It's fine. I just got hit. It's also fine. He summoned a mob. All right. Oh, no, I screwed it up. I screwed it up. Let's get this guy out of here. Shoo fly. Go boom. All right, we're clear. Now we can unlock the second gold mine, get some more money flowing in. We're going to have to go help our soldiers down here with the encroaching nighttime wave, and I am going to use this because this actually summons a lot of extra knights to our cause. So let's get down here and help our soldiers out. Energy generation is fine by me. Does this increase our move? It does increase our move speed. Very nice, very nice. All right. Our walls are down. I'm having a little bit more difficulty than I thought I would early game. I'm really having to lock in, guys. I'm really having to lock in. It's a little spooky. It's a little spooky. All right. Enemy unit killed by the Siron reduces cooldown. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I do like cooldown reduction, especially on this guy. Having so many burst damage abilities, it's good to make them re-up as quickly as you can. And I'm sorry if I'm not giving super good commentary, but with the game becoming a lot more snappy in execution and throughout the course of the game, you do have to lock in a little bit more. But I think this group of knights and soldiers should be able to push these guys back. We should be good to go here. Excellent. Excellent stuff. All right, let me go ahead and bump that, and then I'm also going to upgrade our towers here just to give us a little bit more defense. Okay. Let's see. Stormy Vortex is going to boost our T ability here for the Nightmare Vortex. It's going to do additional damage to the enemies that get hit by it. And let's just go through here and keep checking out what we got. We can deal with these wolves pretty easily and get some of these artifacts here. Instant kill on auto attacks for enemies under a certain health threshold is great. Beastmaster's Den is going to summon some warhounds, which is another thing I do want to talk about. The new units that have been unlocked in the full version of the game. They're all very cool. They all have very specific uses. And I do favor some more than others, but I think that just has a lot to do with how you play these games and what you like to see in the game itself. All right, just collecting crystals, making sure that we level ourselves up, level our base up, get our protection gates up, get our units spawning. There's just so much going on at once in Eversiege. It is a non-stop ride. And this game can get really, really stressful, especially in the higher difficulties. I have no money. I don't have any money. I need to make money. That's all I care about is the economy. And these damn vampires are ruining the economy. There's normally a mid-boss. Okay, yes, a brand new mid-boss. Oh, and she's aggroed to me. Great. Lovely, lovely. I don't actually want to fight her. That's the opposite of what I would like to do. I'm nowhere near ready for that yet. But at least I know that our troops are there. They've made it to the mid-boss, which is great. We're going to increase our max HP again, just because things are a little bit stressful here. Good deal. We'll get one of these towers up. If we can get a little bit more money, then we can get the other tower up. So make sure our troops are well taken care of as they defend that. I will dive into a little bit more about the co-op now. I'm going to throw some footage up on the screen while I'm playing the run that I'm playing right now. But let's talk about this. I played 2 runs with my buddy RICSWAZA'S I mentioned before. Things were going really well. I will note 2 very specific things. The first thing, there's a little bit of performance chug in co-op, and I'm not exactly sure why that is. I don't know if it was because I was hosting, I was playing in co-op, and I was also recording. My computer is not all powerful. It is it is pretty chunky, but some things still trip it up. There were a few frame drops when things were loading in and things like that, but it was not super bad. It didn't really disrupt our gameplay that much. It was barely noticeable. But that's thing number 1. Thing number 2 is that the game did not adjust the difficulty to account for how many players were in it. That leads me to believe one of 2 things. Thing number 1 is that the devs were careless and didn't implement this, which I don't think is the case. Thing number 2 is that this game is probably going to get super freaking hard at higher difficulty levels. So not adjusting those difficulty levels to account for more players being in the lobby is more so, in my opinion, akin to a tactical decision by the devs to make it a little bit more appealing to bring your buddies in at high levels of difficulty. Now, as you can see, things are great in co-op. The game plays great, and it's really, really nice to have somebody going to monster camps, clearing things out with you as you're fighting in the lane or upgrading buildings or doing this, doing that. All the crystals that upgrade your character, they can be picked up by all players in the lobby. Also extremely nice. The treasure chests all commit the money or the artifacts to the same pool, so you're all getting the same amount of money. There's no fighting over resources. Everybody benefits from everything, and that is the mark of a good co-op game for me. So I had a lot of fun playing this in co-op, and to that point, this game is going to be on sale for $20. 20, I think it's 20 euros or 20 USD is the price point, which in my opinion is just an insane value for what you are getting out of this game. I know I talk highly about Eversiege, but it is because I love it. It's such a fun game. There's so much going on in the game. There's so much to do at once. You're never bored. There's 20 different difficulty levels that I can only imagine how terrifying those higher difficulties are going to be. Like, I don't even want to think about it. I'm not ready for it, man. I'm really not. It sounds so scary what's going to happen later on. So there's just a lot of content, and it's all really high quality content as well. So anyways, it's a game that's priced to the point that you can pick it up with your buddies, have a good time with it, and get a lot of recurring value out of it as well. Okay, so we're on day 2, almost into the night of day 2. I've got all 3 of my gates set up, and those are providing some pretty good defense for me. So my next big order of business is taking down this enemy here, this mid-boss at the gate. I'm going to need to upgrade my soldiers a lot more before they're strong enough to actually fight her, which also means getting, once again, more gold coming through the door. I'm going to go over here to the Beastmaster's Den, I think is going to be what I'm going to do, because that's going to summon 3 Warhounds, which is, as you can see, my groups of soldiers are getting a little bit larger, but I am going to pull this up. Warhounds are one of the new unit types, so let me run through these really quickly so you guys understand all the different types and what they do in the game. In the demo, we just had Knights Barrack and Archery Hall, and those produce Knights and Archers, which could be upgraded to be like Crusaders and Crossbowmen if you have synergy with the Fletcher's Enclave and Knight Order, respectively, for each one. The Knight's Order and Fletcher's Enclave, every single one of these buildings that we can build has a synergy with a randomly generated map feature. So there's these buildings you can unlock on the map that add additional effects, and those get randomized every time you beat a difficulty, or you can pay your meta progression currency to re-roll what's appearing on the map and get something more favorable to your gameplay. So along with Knights and Archers, we now have Monks, which do healing for both you and friendly units. We now also have Warhounds, which are very quick melee units rushing along the lane to reach the farthest group of friendly units. So they attack archers and artillery units with priority. You see that in a lot of games like Total War rewards you for using dogs and like beasts to get in the back line and tear them up. I think that's a great pull from the Total War system. Big fan of that. And then you can also get catapults. And the building this pulls synergy with, well, the Iron Mine. The Iron Mine actually has a little bit of synergy with the Siege Workshop because the Iron Mine can spawn Ballista as well, which are very strong also. So these 3 are new additions. They've been added. They're all very useful. Probably my least favorite is the monks, just because if you invest enough in offense, you won't need a good defense. You can just like plow through everything. But I believe as you get to later difficulties, you are absolutely going to be tearing up. All of these buildings will be used most likely. I'm not going to go through all of these and what they do on the economy side. The main one I do want to point out is the Chronomancer's Council. It generates gold for every mage tower that you have summoned, but also increases the duration of the daytime by 30 seconds, which is very, very useful because it gives you more time to do fun stuff, like go around and fight mobs instead of defending your kingdom against the gigantic nighttime wave that you're going to have to deal with. So, all right. We're finally... Yeah, it looks like we're finally doing a little bit of damage to this boss, but we're still going to need a lot more offense before we can puncture her armor and put her in the ground. So I'm going to continue to run around and do that, and I'll come back to you guys once I've got a little bit more under the belt and we're ready to move forward here. Okay, so I'm defending the gate against the nighttime horde. It didn't last too long. I was trying to find things to do to kind of beef things up, but this is a very large group of enemies, so I'm going to go ahead and try to help my guys here before they tear through too much of our defense here. I really don't want to die either, so let me get out front here so they can't exactly run me down as quickly. Get those guys out here. This next use of my T ability should clear this up for me, and we should be good to go. Okay, so let's see. Increase the critical strike chances on the first auto attack delivered after leaving invisibility. Cool, we'll take it. I also have a reroll available that I can use. I just teleported those guys to a different dimension. It's fine. Man, I am hurting. I really need to get... Am I like poisoned? Am I gonna get wrecked? I got wrecked. Holy crap. But I'm resurrecting. I didn't actually die. That doesn't count towards my death total, guys. It doesn't. Believe it. One of the interesting things about the assassin class is as you auto attack, those auto attacks get faster and faster. So you can really start dishing out some major damage if you keep the pressure on. And it also has synergy with the stealth ability, so attacking out of stealth and things like that boost your damage. You've already seen that in a couple of my level up rewards so far. I need to get better at using this guy, but I do think that he is a very, very effective hero. Where's the other gold mine? I need to check the kingdom. Okay, so it should be up here somewhere. We should be finding it soon. There it is. There it is.
An eldritch gold mine.
Okay, so we have two of these archers that we need to deal with. Let me go ahead and do this. Bada bing, suck them into the portal. That's all good. We're going to wait until they come back and then go to town. Now, unfortunately, they had some super armor there. The Fate armor was protecting them from taking damage, unfortunately, from my portal. This is so sad, but there's one down. I'm going to head and clear this guy out. Hopefully we don't get bear trapped again. Be unfortunate. Oh, there it goes. But he's out of here, so. All right, and now we have a maxed out gold mine setup, which is great. I like it. I like it. So now I just wait to get 400 gold, and we are back on the road, my friends. I'm going to purchase the archery building, and I'm also going to do fire? Question mark? No, actually, I'm going to save that money, and I think what I want to do is if we go to the kingdom slot over here, we can do the Fletcher's Enclave, which is going to help me upgrade those guys into crossbowmen, which is going to be very, very helpful. All right, here's the Fletcher's Enclave. Let's go ahead and rebuild that. So that's going to unlock the crossbow training, and now I can get in here and actually build some upgrades. I'm going to go ahead and pull the Inspire upgrade for the knights, which is just going to boost the amount of knights that I have. Good stuff. And if we check our troops here, I'm really starting to get a good amount of volume in our waves. So this is good. I have 9 archers, 3 hounds, which is coming from the beast den, 20 knights, and 12 soldiers. This is pretty solid per wave. So that should do well. Honestly, I feel like we should be able to beat the mid-boss soon-ish. I just need to let a little bit more gold build up and directly intervene. I feel like I'm getting a little bit stronger as well. I'm starting to be able to one-shot some of the mobs that I'm encountering that are guarding crystals, which is a good sign that things are going well. You can see I just completely took out those wolves. Can I portal? I can't portal the mid-boss. Oh my god, can you just move? Hello? I'm getting tossed around.
Prepare yourself.
Literally getting tossed around here. Let me get through here. Okay, we're chunking her health significantly now, which is good. This is good. Okay. Yeah, we're going to try to defend our archers. Get a little bit more damage on her, and I'm getting the hell out of here. We need to actually defend our lanes now. I don't know why I just walked in there like that. That was my bad, dog. Suck some of those guys. The vortex is so silly to me. I love the vortex. I'm living for the vortex right now. What a great ability. Good level up. A bonus on its cooldown reduction for every enemy unit absorbed by the vortex. You know what? Vortex maxing is the new norm. Who am I to argue? Who am I to argue against vortex maxing? And these guys are almost down before they even reached the first protective wall. So, yay me. Go me. I'm not going to be able to hold them off forever, but hopefully our mobs will show up and push them back as they approach the gate. And that'll take care of that problem. Almost. They might tear through it. They might tear through it. Let's absorb some enemies. Let's get some cooldown reduction. On to the other dimensional plane with you guys. On to the other dimensional plane. Be gone, you scurvy undead curs. All right, and we are out of there. This should be a good push to get this mid-boss done. I keep saying that over and over, and we're failing to do it, but I just got to run these upgrades as soon as I possibly can. I think one of the issues I'm having is I'm not leveling up my modifiers enough. My amplifiers rather. I'm not really leveling those up like I should. I need some more gems and crystals broken, but I'm really pushing for this mid boss to get put down. 20% more XP is a big win. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Let's try to deal with her real quick. Get her down to half health. That's a good spot. A good spot to be in. These guys are getting, yeah, absolutely obliterated. But here comes the infantry, the heavy hitters. They're going to clear the way. With holy might, they will defeat the beast. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there goes the damage, baby. Let it rip. Melting that HP. And here I go. I'm going to boost their health. Get in here. A little bit distracted. And she's down. She's down. And you can see I just got an achievement for that. First time I've defeated that mid-boss. And now we get access to the worm crystals, which are the strongest upgrade crystals in the game. This is going to boost our abilities significantly. And hopefully, I'm going to re-roll this. Yeah, buddy. 9 extra points on my rage modifier. Now I'm going to let those guys run through the northern part of the map. That is the Aphotic lands. They're pretty scary. They got worms in there. We have a new edict that we can do. Ooh, speed of friendly units by 10% in the lane, or auto attack damage of towers by 20. You know, I think that we are pushing far enough up. Like, if you go up here, they're almost at the boss here. I'm going to increase the speed. I think that our towers are going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be a perfect trip, but we're already diving so far into enemy territory that it's going to take quite a bit of work for the enemy to make it back to me. So I'm going to rest easy for that. Let's see, 50% of damage reflected back. I like that. What I'm looking for now is a monster cave that I can go in and hopefully defeat and get some additional troops. I would like to see some of these additional troops. These vine guys here, the vine wraiths, are an enemy type I haven't finished the den for yet. And it's very difficult, actually. That's the reason that I haven't finished it, is they're actually quite difficult to deal with. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. I'm going to get another HP boost here. And let's take a look at our economic buildings. This is the other thing I want to look at. I think that I want the tavern. The Chronomancer's Council, very, very useful. I would like to show you guys that, but we have limited time here. So the main ability of the Chronomancer's Council that I really enjoy is the Nexus, which basically allows your units to skip your entire half of the map. If they go to the first protection gate, it teleports them to the third protection gate. Super duper helpful. And there's some other things. This is kind of like a long game sort of deal. If things make it to your base, then it helps mitigate those issues that are caused by that. Man, we're almost there. We're almost done. So, you know, it might be a situation where my troops get done without me. Like, they may do significant damage to the final boss without me, which I don't necessarily want. I do want to be there to check out the boss, but it's happened before while I'm out here minding my business, being a good hero, that my troops go out and absolutely clear everything for me. So let me see if I can upgrade 2 towers to get that boost. Do that, good stuff. Shops, now I can get mercenaries, which is also very useful. And I think I'm going to do... Can I like double the mercenaries? There we go. I'm going to try to get a little bit more gold built up so I can get another mercenary. Oh my god, are they actually... They're actually going up there. Dear God, I need to go. They might kick his ass without me. We've got like 3 full squads going up there to fight the boss. Oh my gosh. This is intense, guys. This is intense. What is he... Dude. Dude, he looks like a V Rising character. That's pretty sick, though. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. Let's get up here. He's probably going to clear these guys out, but he is taking significant damage, so that's good to know. In the Aphotic Lands, which is the bad guy zone, our main goal here is to take out these evil worms that are everywhere guarding these crystals. Dude, he is getting his ass kicked. I can't believe that we're almost there already. Man, it goes to show you how much the meta progression helps you in this game when you go to play on a lower difficulty and it feels too easy. I remember when I was starting this game, I would be on day 7 and it would be like, oh, here's Eternal Night. There's just gonna start spam spawning everything on you now. So let's go around and poke around and get some worms real quick, just so I can get some extra stats. I might not have time to clear the beast dens, but yeah, it goes to show you how well it's balanced in meta progression that I actually want to play a respectable difficulty for myself because, number one, this doesn't feel as fulfilling as it would otherwise. Okay, the worm glitched. When I did the portal on the worm, it did proc that the worm was in the portal, but it did not make him disappear. Notable issue there. Anyways, but I'm motivated to go do it. Plus, the rewards are so much better. The monetary rewards are so much better for playing on the current difficulty level. You need those stacking rewards to unlock new things, which have exponential unlock requirements. That's notable as well. The reward requirements for unlocking new classes, new abilities, and things like that, they go up quite a bit. In the tune of thousands that you need to grind out. And if you stay on top of your latest difficulty, you will get that number pretty quickly. It's not too much of a grind at all, but there are a lot of difficulty levels with a lot of challenges that come with each one of those. So once again, very well balanced progression, which I appreciate, and it's motivating. It's very, very motivating. All right, let's get out here. Let's try. Our guys are just stabbing these dogs to death, bro. Okay, we're good to go. We've got quite a bit of money building up now. We've got some options here. Let me go ahead and Bastion max population. I'm going to upgrade our mercenaries as well. And this is crazy that I haven't really upgraded my actual... There we go. Get some more dogs in there. What the dogs doing? I haven't really upgraded our actual troops that much, but here we are just like hauling ass. Massive casualties to the enemy. Okay, chill now. Chill. Don't want to get... No. I don't want to get too wrapped up in all of this. They did beat back our first wave. But now we are on the offense. And this is the point... Look at this group of mobs that I have. This is the point in the game where you really start feeling powerful. You really start feeling that snowball effect of everything that you've worked on coalescing into you winning. All right, auto attack. Both of these kind of suck. I'm going to pick this just in case for some reason I get in a bad situation. Take enough flack to screw me over, but I don't foresee that happening at this point. Let me boost my... Oh, I didn't have enough range on the heal. That's okay. That's okay. We're mopping up remnants at this point, and we're sending so many groups in. I need 800 to unlock the Chronomancer's thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save up for that and then get the teleport skill to where my troops will teleport halfway across the map, and I think that's going to clean up. That's going to clean up the final bits of this run for us. I'm going to let them go back and continue. Well, I don't know. These guys are coming through pretty quickly. I don't know if I'll be able to deal with a worm fast enough. We might be locked down with the worm so long that they are able to go and beat up the big bads. So, yeah, the worm just doesn't go away. That is a graphical glitch. Maybe the worm shouldn't be able to be portaled. That might be the move. Our guys are going in there. I don't have time. I ain't got time. Okay, he's almost at half health. And I really like the raid boss feel of the Unravelers in Eversiege. Oh shit. He's got a second phase? Dude, that is sick. Uh-oh. Ouchie. And we're just, like, boosting these guys. They have Fate armor. They have super armor. Uh-oh. Get out of here. I don't know how you're supposed to deal with that, but our guys are absolute units. They took him down. Liscard, the Vampire Lord, has been felled.
Well done, my child.
Dang, man. Dang. What a match, guys. What a match. Holy moly. All right, so I did unlock a new mechanic, a new interaction with the Wisdom Tree, made a buttload of money, even on just difficulty +2. But, oh my gosh, there's Eversiege Untold Ages. Man, I'm really looking forward to, hopefully the devs take a little bit of time, patch up those few small things, the performance chugs in co-op that I experienced would be good to look at, the graphical glitch with the worm. But overall, this game is very, very well made. It feels tons better than it did in demo form. There's a lot more content, a lot more to do. It plays great in co-op, and I am just supremely hyped for this game. I'm going to continue playing this. I'll be streaming it after it comes out, most likely in co-op, clearing some of these higher difficulties, and it's going to get crazy. So guys, thank you for watching. If you want to check it out, the link once again is in the description of the video. Eversiege is coming out on March 26th, by which time I hope this video will be live as well. And it is going to be available for either 20 euros or 20 US dollars, I believe, which is just, once again, insane value for the amount of gameplay that you're going to get out of this. Like, it feels like they're giving it away. It really does feel like they're giving it away. It's such a fun game. Such a fun game. So if you enjoy RTS, if you enjoy MOBAs, if you enjoy things like Warcraft 3, definitely give Eversiege a look and see if it's up your alley. Once again, this is Fethlane. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and consider subscribing for more spaceport goodness. Do a favor for me. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to someone else. And until the next time I see you, we'll talk later.